when you make the decision to work on your sobriety, you're also going to have to work on building your self esteem. Now, evidence based research studies have proven that the root cause of addiction is low self esteem. Now, when I was reading during my research time, I was like, this makes so much sense. Okay. Now, some of you might beg to differ. Okay. Because maybe when you started out using drugs, you were not trying to escape any problems. Maybe you were not feeling bad about yourself or depressed. Maybe you just started using out of curiosity or to have fun, like a lot of people do. I know that's how I got started. I was not running from any problems. But as I continued to use, I noticed that when I was having problems, that I was not really thinking about those problems. Okay? And I also realized, like, during my spiritual awakening, that the issues that I was having was like way deeper than I realized. Okay, it was way more profound. Like, I didn't even know that I was really dealing with trauma because I was so used to, you know, dealing with some of the things I was dealing with in my day to day life. I had been dealing with since I was a child, so it became normal to me. But it was really hurtful. Okay, and I won't go into the dynamics of all that. I did talk about some of that stuff on my videos, on my other videos. But anywho, I know that I've struggled with self esteem issues, and I never wanted to admit that I had low self esteem, to a certain degree. I would always say, oh, I'm self conscious, maybe I'm insecure about this or that, but, I mean, at the end of the day, it all ties into our self esteem, okay? And a lot of people are not going to admit it. Hey, you know what? I struggle with low self esteem. It doesn't have to be low to the ground because I know mine wasn't. Like, I know I still was a bad bee when I would get dressed and, you know what I'm saying, step out, you know what I'm saying, and get cute and all that. I was like, I know I'm a bad bee, okay? But when I would just, get undressed and um, unmask myself, sometimes I didn't like the person that I was seeing. It took me a very long time to step out without makeup. Okay, like I would wear makeup 24/7, especially while I was partying, because I was like, oh, nobody is gonna see these dark circles in the flesh without my makeup. Like, I don't want anybody to see how I'm looking. Okay, so even if you didn't have low self esteem, stepping you know, um, into your addiction, you definitely developed it along the way, some way, somehow. Okay. I'm just saying though, because eventually, like, the further you are in addiction, you start feeling just more bad about yourself. You start noticing these things about yourself that are changing. Like, oh, my skin is getting dry. Like, I'm noticing these bags under my eyes from, getting a lack of sleep. Or I notice that my teeth are more yellow because I haven't been brushing my teeth consistently because I've been on a party binge. Okay. Now I know that's one of the things I did consistently because I did smoke so many cigarettes because I was, blowing dope and stuff like that. I had to brush my teeth on a regular. But I'm just saying, everyone is different on their journey. Okay. But you're going to have to start just, working on the things that you don't like about yourself so that you can confront these things. Okay. And so that you can make peace with yourself in some way, shape, or form so that you can be able to live a good life. Because if you're constantly trying to mask how you're feeling about yourself by indulging in substances, you're never going to be able to walk with your head held up high and being confident in who you are. Okay? You have to let go of the game. The game. You have to let go of the shame and the guilt. Okay? Whatever happened in your life happened. however you're feeling about yourself, you can change that. Okay? Just say if you don't like your appearance, what can you do to feel better about yourself? Okay? Whether it's losing that weight, whether it's toning up your body, whether it's clearing your skin, working on your skin regimen so that you don't have to hide behind makeup all the time. Whatever it is, okay? You can work on it and you can become more confident within yourself so that you don't have to keep running from yourself and keep hiding behind these substances that you think is helping you to feel better about yourself. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it works for a short period of time, but eventually the stuff wears off, okay? And you start eventually feeling more worse about yourself, okay? I've seen people step into, the partying life with all their teeth and then they left out with just very few. I mean, excuse me, they walked away with very few, or they're still using with very few to none. Okay. So then at this point, you're just like, you know what? F it. Okay. I might as well just keep using now. Like my teeth are missing. You know what I'm saying? My skin is dry. My skin is sagging. You start thinking of all these reasons why you should keep using because you started breaking your body down you know, from using these drugs and stuff like that. But whatever the case is, you can still turn your life around. Like don't look at yourself with disgust, you know what I'm saying? Or shame. Like you can turn your life around. You can turn yourself around. Okay? So I just want to encourage you to start working on your confidence so that you don't rely on substances to give you this false sense of confidence. So thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, stay blessed.